Hare Krishna, welcome to our channel, Bhagavad-gita. Here it is, because we have Bhagavad-gita as it is, translation and commentary by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and my name is Latika. And today we are starting a new chapter, 14, the three modes of material nature. Stay with us.
Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalang.
So, here it is, chapter 14. We've just been going through chapter 13, Nature, the Enjoyer and Consciousness, which is a very good, compact, philosophical analysis of, the relation between the main three components of this world. Us, consciousness, Prakriti, the nature, the elements, everything else, and super soul, the aspect of Krishna that comes with us to this world. So if you missed it, we have checklists. We have playlists in the description, so you can go back and look at it again. So this is the first text, and I will read the Sanskrit. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Parang Bhuya Pravakshyami Jnananang Jnanamuttamam Yajgyatva Munaya Sarve Parang Siddhim Ito Gataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Again, I shall declare to you this supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, knowing which all the sages have attained the supreme perfection." Yeah, so this is Krishna speaking, and he is describing this as the supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge. And he also points out that those who have this knowledge, those who know it, they have attained the supreme perfection. So when we hear this, we become interested and we want to see what is Krishna giving us here. I'm reading the purport from Srila Prabhupada. From the 7th chapter to the end of the 12th chapter, Sri Krishna in detail reveals the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, the Lord himself is further enlightening Arjuna. If one understands this chapter through the process of philosophical speculation, he will come to an understanding of devotional service. In the 13th chapter, it was clearly explained that by humbly developing knowledge, one may possibly be freed from material entanglement. It has also been explained that it is due to association with the modes of nature that the living entity is entangled in this material world. Now, in this chapter, the Supreme Personality explains what those modes of nature are, how they act, how they bind, and how they give liberation. The knowledge explained in this chapter is proclaimed by the Supreme Lord to be superior to the knowledge given so far in other chapters. By understanding this knowledge, various great sages attained perfection and transferred to the spiritual world. The Lord now explains the same knowledge in a better way. This knowledge is far, far superior to all other processes of knowledge thus far explained, and knowing this, many attain perfection. Thus, it is expected that one who understands this 14th chapter will attain perfection. So yeah, we have our work cut out for us. So it's interesting because the three modes of nature is a concept that I find myself constantly bringing it up in connection to various points throughout the Bhagavad-gita. And since it's a little bit of a, foundational knowledge, when we understand that we are spirit souls, then we look at this world and we try to understand this world. And we try to understand how come that we are not acting according to our spiritual nature. We're following something else, and we're in different bodies. And when we understand from the Bhagavad-gita, and also actually from logic, that we are of the same spiritual nature, all of us, all the living entities, all the human beings. And we're looking at the news and then we're seeing half of the human beings fighting the other half of the human beings for different reasons, in different places and circumstances. And Bhagavad-gita kind of stresses the sameness, that we are all spirit souls, we are all eternal parts of Krishna. But where do the differences come from? Why am I different than a dog or a tree or a bird, or even somebody down the street from me who holds totally different values and interests and have a different personality altogether. And then sometimes we think, oh, is that a reflection of my spiritual nature? Mostly it is not. Mostly this comes from the combinations of the three modes of nature. So I'm looking forward to study this. Because the three modes of nature, the gunas, it means qualities, modes. Sometimes it's also translated as ropes. Because they bind us and they influence everything. Because otherwise, how to say, we're coming to this world in order to be something that we are not. We are eternal spirit souls. We have an eternal relationship to Krishna in loving service. And then we decide that, I'm not feeling it. I want to try something else. And Krishna gives us the opportunity to believe that we're doing something else. So he gives us this world as a bit of a make-believe place, a bit of a virtual reality even. We enter these different characters that have bodies that are... I don't know if this is a good forum to use the examples from computer games. But in a computer game, you're playing a character. And this character has different facilities. Somebody, they are very strong. And some are very fast. And some are able to heal. And they're different. And I'm not different. I can play this character, I can play that character. I'm the same person. But when I'm playing that character, then whenever I hit someone, they die. When I play the other character, my hits are not very effective. But if my friends are hurt, then I can heal them. So I am the same person, but I'm acting as different characters. So the bodies in this world, they're like different characters. So a tree will not be able to talk to me, will not be able to understand philosophy. And then when we read in Bhagavad-gita that the great sages, they look with equal vision on a sage, on a cow, on a dog eater. They're very different people, or personalities, or species even. But when you have the spiritual vision, you will look at the soul. It's just like if you're in a gaming environment and you don't connect. You do connect in the game using your different abilities, but outside of it, you connect to that person who sits on that chair, and they will have to go up and eat, and they will have to go and sleep when the day is over. We're similar in so many ways, and we're different from the characters we're playing. So in this world, it's the same thing. But then how to understand these differences, and also how to understand, because as human beings, we are not as tightly bound. Animals, they cannot really decide to change. If you have a cow, they will eat grass, or they will eat some grains, or they will eat some supplements, some apples, or some, something you bring them. They will not eat meat. That is simply not how they are made. They have no desires and they have no ability. And a tiger, you cannot decide to bring home a tiger and turn it into a vegetarian, because their whole body is built on ability to attain nourishment from meat, from fresh meat. That they have the ability to kill themselves and to get into themselves. Even human beings, we have up to a point we have the ability to eat meat. It's not really good for us, but it's possible. But we cannot just go out there with our fingers and kill something and bite into it with our teeth. We're simply not built for that. But we are human beings. We have that ability to decide for ourselves. So therefore we need knowledge. We need knowledge to know what is the best way to act. What is the result to act. Because if we get into the association of the certain modes of nature, then this will influence our consciousness, and that will influence our activities, which will bring us to the next body. And if we don't know that, we will just kind of float down the stream and end up wherever we end up. But if we have some knowledge, then we can make some choices. We can take some decisions, and we can decide what is good for us and what is not good for us. And actually having a grasp of the three modes of nature is actually very helpful in that regard. There's a lot to say, but I think I will speak about these topics as they come up, text after text. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for watching. We aim for updates every Tuesday and Friday. Please come back. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down there. We also have some links and information for you. And there is, of course, the subscribe button. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
I'm a Hare Krishna, and I approve this message. Subscribe.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.